on right now is Kalie Shorr. Kalie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. We spent, I guess, a couple of shows ago, the podcast and the radio show, talking about this new song that you put out today called Amy. We also went down the rabbit hole trying to figure out who it was, all this. And we'll get to that in a second. But I got to say, I believe you called it the meanest song you've ever written. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to get in your head a little bit.
Also the meanest thing someone's ever done to me, I think. So,
So start there. What exactly happened to you?
So I actually started the song 2.5 years ago when this happened. And I'd had the idea for the chorus for a really long time. But every time I tried to write it, I just couldn't get there because I was so upset. But basically, I had this friend for a couple years. We, did so much stuff together. I helped her out with her career. She, asked to borrow my guitar and all my clothes and whatever. And I thought we were really great friends. So when I go through this terribly messy breakup that I made my album about, I thought that I'd, be able to have her to lean on. And then she just disappeared. And I was so confused. And I was like, maybe she's busy. I don't know. And then I started to put it together. And they had started working together separately too. And I started to just get a weird vibe. And I was like, no way would she ever do that. I'm being crazy. I started the song idea and I was like, don't write that song. That's not true, whatever. And then about last year during quarantine, she put out an album and I listened to it. And one of the songs had his name in it. And then I knew everything I thought was right. And then I found out what happened and whatnot. And so I finished the song because I finally had the full story.
So, okay, you finished the song. It's got. I looked at it. Yeah, it has over 2 million views. So congratulations, that's awesome. Have you heard from her since the song started to blow up virally?
I have not. No.
And you haven't.
It's complicated.
Reached out?
It's complicated.
Well, okay.
And
go ahead. I'm listening.
I haven't reached out. I just, it's definitely. I never expected it to blow up, and I've been putting people's names in songs on every project I've ever released, and this is the first time anybody's ever tried to figure anything out. So I did not see this coming. I knew what I was putting out there. I just did not think that people would take such a big interest in that.
I started, going down the rabbit hole, and I figured it out, and we talked about it, or I think I figured it out, whatever. But then I started to listen to her music, and then I'm listening to your music, and I'm like, hey, if Kalie and this Amy girl have planned this is great. This is like Puffy. This is like East Coast versus West Coast hip hop back in the 90s when they were faking some of that stuff to create press. Are you telling me that's not what this is?
I'm absolutely telling you it's not what it is. And the reason why I think that this is different than just, because there were a lot of comments and people were commenting on my video, and there were crazy stories from this one girl. Her mom's name was Amy, and her mom was the person who stole her boyfriend. And that was crazy.
Jeez.
And then there were people making the argument that's I'm married to my best friend's ex and we've been happy and whatever. And it's totally different. And I think that I have plenty of people I've dated that if my friends came to me and were like, hey, I think I like this person, what do you think? And I'd be like, oh yeah, they're a good guy, it just didn't work out. However, in this situation, it ended in a really bad way that I've documented many ways over open book, and it's been pretty clear what happened in my song F You Forever. I think that anytime, especially in a time of need, that a friend picks a toxic guy over one of their best girlfriends, that's more anti-feminist than calling it out.
What about him? Have you heard from him since this has happened?
He's probably so used to this at this point. I mean, he had to live through open book, and he's also got way too much pride to ever talk to me about it.
How many followers do you get whenever, Insta Single on Instagram, who I post because they're funny, post a screenshot of you as a tweet, or when these people start posting the TikTok videos that, they're taking your stuff? Do you see a big influx in followers when that happens?
I do, yeah. And it's always really funny because, I'll get comments that'll be like, wow, I just thought you were kind of hot and funny, but I guess your music's pretty good too. And I'm like, thanks.
Yeah, right? Whatever it takes to get them to your music, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is just who I am. That's the thing too. And I think that this song comes off a little bit weird at points because I'm choosing humor as a way to cope with it. But I mean, I've been really upfront about all of the bad things that have happened to me in my life, and this is very small compared to some of them. But I choose to just be like really straightforward about it and be able to laugh at it. But I think if this song was like a slow ballad, it wouldn't be hitting people as like uncomfortable at points. But this is just how I cope with it. This is me being sad. Me being sad is me sitting down and writing a song and just getting my point across and saying exactly what happened, and then I can move past it. And the same on Twitter.
My last question about this specifically. You still have the same boyfriend, right? That he's smooching on Instagram with? Same guy?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So what does he think about you writing a song about a past relationship-ish thing?
Well, he's a songwriter too. So when I actually asked his opinion, I was like, hey, what songs do you think I should post on TikTok? And he was like, you should post Argentina, you should post Amy. And I was like, okay. And then I did it, and they blew up. So thankfully, he gives me good advice.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, he's written songs about people he's been with, and we also wrote that song 18 on my album Together, which is actually about the same people. So this is not foreign to us, and I think that if we can, if we can write about these things together and separately and not take it as anything other than just processing your emotions, I think that means that we're pretty built to last.
What about this Framing Britney documentary? Give me your thoughts on it.
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, I did the whole podcast episode on it last week, but it just shocked me because I think so many of us were, casually complicit in her treatment because, I was too young to really know what was going on, but it was just this joke. You'd make a joke about, oh, I'm going to go crazy and shave my head like Britney Spears. Meanwhile, this girl who's done nothing but be kind and entertain us has fallen apart and nobody's coming to save her. And I'm just so glad that this is something we're talking about. I think there's still a lot of issues that are unresolved, but on the podcast episode, I really dove into how we can all be Britney Spears. You can be Britney Spears in middle school on a Facebook fight, or you can be like, you can go through that in a small town. Like it's this feeling where somebody's going through a hard time and instead you chose to make fun of them and pile it on as opposed to help them. So I love Britney.
I plan to watch it this weekend. I haven't seen it yet, but if you were to say that you liked someone more after watching that documentary, who would you say that would be?
Oh, Britney Spears. And her assistant, who's, I think like she's like her mom's childhood friend or something, but she is the one person in there where without a doubt that she loves Britney Spears, and it really shows.
Okay, and who did you come away going, ooh, I feel worse about them than I did going into it?
Oh, her dad, for sure. I'm not a Jamie Spears fan. I'm a Jamie Lynn Spears fan, but I'm not a Jamie Spears fan.
You guys check out Kalie's podcast called Too Much to Say with Kalie Shorr. She goes into it in depth. She got a new song out today called Amy that I hope you check out. Are you on Cameo yet, Kalie?
I am on Cameo, yes.
Well, how much are yours?
They're $20, but I donate a portion to the Trevor Project.
Well, there you go. Go, and maybe she'll write a mean song about you. That's what everybody should do. They should come to you and go, hey.
I will write a chorus. I will rewrite the chorus of Amy with any name you want in it. And it's
That's
for
funny.
charity.
There, follow Kalie at Kalie Shorr on TikTok and Instagram, KalieshOrr. Check out Too Much to Say with Kalie Shorr. Check out Amy. She's got a lot going on. You're going to be hearing from her forever and ever and ever. Kalie Shorr. Hey, Kalie, thank you for talking with me, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Bobby. Talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye. Hey, guys, it's Bobby Bones. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and then go check it out. A lot of artists, a lot of songwriters, a lot of music. Welcome to the Bobby Cash channel.